Good morning, everyone. Appreciate your patience and appreciate your great interest to join us this morning. My name is Florian Seicher. I'm the Vice President for HTC in Europe, and I'd like to welcome everyone to join us. And first of all, I'd like to give a very warm welcome to Peter Chow, our CEO and President of HTC.
Thanks, Florian. Good morning. I would like to welcome everyone joining us today. I apologize, this is two-pack, and I promise to you next year I'm going to make a bigger space. Okay. Okay. We have a very exciting product to announce today. 2008 was a very exciting year for the whole smartphone industry. We began to see pieces coming together to deliver a smartphone experience that we've been talking about for so long. And customers clearly saw that benefit as smartphone sales continue to grow, even while the global economy is slow. The innovation of mobile phone, social networking, and the increased adoption rate of smartphone is changing how people use their phone to interact, be entertained, and to get their work and life more organized. We are very excited this approach is happening. 2008 was also a very special year for HTC. We introduced TouchFlow 3D technology, which is a very beautiful and intuitive user experience that makes communicating to people and browsing mobile internet and flip through the phones and photos easier and enjoyable. Together with TouchFlow 3D, we introduced a cutting-edge innovation, TouchFlow HTC Touch Diamond, which was hugely successful. HTC ended the year by introducing the first Google Android phone, the T-Mobile G1. This phone delivers a variety of online service and application with a simpler and enjoyable manner, so a much broader group of people can enjoy the mobile internet. HTC, we design phones for how people live and communicate. This approach drive many aspects of our business decision. The number of form factors, the operating system, and the overall user experience we want to offer to a group of people. We want HTC phone fit to customers' life and their needs, instead of we force customer to adapt to our phone. I believe 2009, HTC, we are going to be much more focusing on people and personal aspect of we as an individual, how we communicate and accessing information. To do this, we listen customer feedback. We observe how people use their phone while they are on mobile or using their phone, and to really gain the detailed insight of their pain points. I know when I talk to people and when I saw people still have a lot of challenges, sometimes interacting these complicated devices. So our goal is to enable us to create an enhanced device experience which is more personal, which make our personal life and then get all these information, put it together a simpler and enjoyable manner. 3 examples. Today, we are introducing push internet, a straight talk technology, and people-centric communication. Push internet technology is more focusing on how we make mobile internet smarter, easier. Straight talk technology integrate voice, email, and a sophisticated acoustic technology. And people-centric communication, we put tremendous effort to integrate all the system, user experience, text, voice, message. Very simple when you want to get to the information. To talk to you more about how we have done this, now I would like to introduce John Wang, the CMO of HTC.
At HTC, we spend a great deal of time creating breakthrough products. But what you probably don't know is that we spend even more of our waking hours listening and observing. Observing so we learn important insights into how people use their phones. These insights drive the HTC innovation engine. Today, too many people just accept how things used to be done as how things should be done. They don't even question whether it's right or wrong anymore, just accepting the expected. For instance, we expect GPS phones to give us GPS navigation. Well, what else? We expect internet phones to give us mobile internet. And we expect ordinary phones to give us, well, the ordinary. Today, I'm going to show you how HTC is going to change these expectations. Let's start with GPS. A few weeks ago, we launched the all-new HTC Touch Cruise. And at the same time, we unveiled a new concept called HTC Footprints. This came from the insight that GPS phones are actually not about GPS. They are about the chronicles of your life. Imagine I'm at the Museum of Contemporary Art here in Barcelona, and I like this place a great deal. I want to record this location so I can take my friends here again later. So I take out my Touch Cruise and capture my location into a little picture card we call Footprint. I can flip the card over and jot down some notes. I can even record some sound to capture the laughters. And when I'm done, I put it away into my collection of footprints. And remember last time when I was in Barcelona, there was this cafe that I really like a lot. So I flipped through my footprint collection, and here it is, Cafe Zurich. This is where I am right now. This is where Cafe Zurich is. Take me there. Over the next weeks, months to come, I begin to capture more and more of my favorite spots, and these become the chronicles of my life, the footprint of my journey. At HTC, we spend a great deal of attention on little details. For example, today, when we use a camera phone or a digital camera to take a picture, we get a default name like IMG7213, something like that, right? Well, is that what you really want? Of course not. It does not take that much IQ to know that, right? But nobody did anything about it. With HTC Footprints, when I capture a photo, my place becomes the name of the photo. Instead of IMG7123, I get Barcelona, February 16, and that's what I want. HTC Footprints. the chronicles of your life. Moments ago, Peter talked about just how successful Touch Diamond and TouchFlow 3D have been. Today, we are building on that success. I am introducing HTC Touch Diamond 2. The Touch Diamond 2 continues the tradition of great design. The first thing that you're going to notice is that the display is much larger. 3.2-inch WVGA. That's 800 by 480 pixels. Just a few years ago, this is what you only find on a notebook computer, and today it's on the Diamond 2. Imagine that. With one hand, you can magnify a photo, zoom in on a web page, and change the font size of email. We also upgraded the camera to 5 megapixels. So now you can take great photos with your Touch Diamond 2. The Touch Diamond 2 has expandable storage, so now you never need to worry about running out of space anymore. And in addition, the battery life has been improved by over 50%. The performance more responsive than before. And people told us that TouchFlow 3D was great, but it was skin deep. Touch Diamond 2, with its TouchFlow 3D and additional usability improvement, all these benefits now permeate throughout the entire phone experience. While we added all these enhancements, we retained the compact form factor. But that's not all. Today, we are unveiling a new concept called push internet. This came from the insight that people hate waiting when it comes to mobile internet. Today, if I use a typical phone to browse the internet, I spend most of my time just staring at that progress dialog box, watching patches of the web page coming in. And a lot of people just get frustrated and say, forget about this. With push internet, I get to select a couple of my favorite websites and have the contents delivered to me on a pre-scheduled basis. It's almost like having a concierge who, at 7 o'clock in the morning, just go out and get my CNN news for me. Just go out and get my Yahoo Sports for me. So at 7 a.m. with push internet, when I'm holding a cup of coffee in my hand, I simply push CNN, and I instantly get CNN. Zero wait. If I want to check my sports news, I simply click Sports, and I instantly get Sports. Zero wait. Every one of us have 3-4 websites that we habitually visit every day. And for these important websites, push internet deliver the contents to you at your service. Push internet, a whole new way of experiencing mobile internet. We are also unveiling another new concept, people-centric communication. Today, we try to fit our life into silos of applications. I want to get that restaurant information from my friend, so I launch my email application. I don't find it. So I launch my SMS application. See, I'm thinking about applications, right? Well, today we have address book application, calendar application, phone application. Since when did our life become applications? We don't live like that. Well, let me show you how people-centric communication work. I want to get in touch with Diana, so I instantly get her contact information. But the magic is at the bottom of the screen. When I slide this tab over to SMS, I get a threaded SMS discussion between Diana and myself. When I slide this tab over to email, I get all the email from Diana. when I slide this tab to phone conversation, I get all the phone calls between Diana and myself. Notice what I did not do. I did not launch my email application. I did not launch my SMS application. I'm still within the address book. In fact, I'm within the record of Diana inside the address book. These are about the conversations between Diana and me. Our phone conversation, our SMS conversation, and our email conversation. And people-centric communication is most powerful when it comes to a phone call. Imagine Diana gives me a call and says, John, I sent you an email a couple of weeks ago. Can you take a look? I'd like to get your feedback on paragraph number 2. Well, in a typical situation, I'm panicking because how do I, without hanging up on Diana, open my email inbox to find that email? 95% of people get washed away right here because it's very difficult to do that. Even if I know how to do so, I'm still staring at an inbox full of 400 emails that I have to fish through to find that single message from Diana. It's practically impossible. On Touch Diamond 2, with people-centric communication, I want to see her email, and I get her email. These are all the emails from Diana, and this is what she is talking about. People-centric communication. Touch Diamond 2 with push internet, so you no longer need to wait. With people-centric communication, because that's how we communicate. Speaking of how we communicate, today we are also changing how business people communicate. When we think of business phone, a lot of people just instantly think about just email. But business is about much more than email. I am introducing HTC Touch Pro 2. On the Touch Pro 2, we are including an even bigger screen, 3.6-inch WVGA display. We also included a proximity sensor. And we are bringing back the ever-popular slide and tilt display that HTC is so famous for. The Touch Pro 2 has a spacious keyboard, which is great for accurate typing. It has 2 speakers, dual microphones for noise cancellation, giving you the highest fidelity conferencing experience on any mobile phone. HTC Straight Talk, a whole new experience in business communication. And let me show you how it works. I'm in a threaded email conversation with a whole bunch of people, and I'm about to reply all. You know what? Sometimes one email blooms into 30, while a simple phone call will just take care of the issue. So I'm going to push talk, and I'm talking to Phil. Notice what I did not do. I did not close my email application, launch my address book application, try to find Phil in my address book application, click on Phil, get his phone number, and then dial his phone number. That would be so application-centric, wouldn't it? I am reading an email from Phil, and I press talk, and I'm talking to Phil. But that's not all. How about those people on the CC list of the email? Well, I can include them too. When I push talk, all the people in this group communication are automatically queued up on the screen. Touch Pro 2 automatically set up a multi-party call for me. That's HTC Straight Talk. Sometimes we use a different way to talk to many people by using a conference bridge. One number, everybody dial into that number. And this is what happened today. I get an Outlook calendar alert, conference call in 10 minutes. So I start to dial the conference bridge number. And halfway into dialing that, I got stuck. I mean, is this 7284 or 7482? Now I have to go back to my Outlook calendar, look up that event entry, find the phone number, and then repeat the phone number to myself very quickly 5 times to drive that into my short-term memory. And then I dial really quickly before I forget the number. I'm sure many of you experience this as well. And sometimes we just get so hopeless that we just transfer all that number onto a Post-it note. That's kind of strange. Why am I transferring the number from my phone to a Post-it note, and then from the Post-it note back into the phone? Well, we all have to do that today, until now. With HTC Straight Talk, this is what happened. 10 minutes before the conference call, a huge green button just showed up on the screen with the conference bridge number already embedded. It practically shouts to me, John, just push that big green button whenever you are ready to join the conversation. So you know what? I'm going to wait until 11:59 and then push that big green button, and then I'm in. Sometimes we still need to enter the PIN code. Wouldn't it be great if the PIN code and agenda information is already prepared for me on screen? Well, with HTC Straight Talk, they are. In a different situation, sometimes we want to get the people standing next to us into a phone conversation. So when I turn my HTC Touch Pro 2 and place it on the table, it instantly turns itself into a high-fidelity conference station. It has 2 speakers, dual microphone for noise cancellation, giving you the highest fidelity conferencing experience on any mobile phone. HTC Straight Talk, the easiest way to go from email to a real-time voice conversation, from calendar to a conference call, and the easiest way to get a great fidelity conferencing station. HTC Touch Diamond 2 and HTC Touch Pro 2 with push internet, so you no longer need to wait. With people-centric communication, because that's how we communicate. And HTC Touch Pro with Straight Talk, a whole new experience for business communication.